Is it common for someone around your age to study in university?
I think it depends. There's like 21, so there's like around like 15-year gap. But usually I would say it's very common.
What's the biggest difference of Korean to other Asians?
How you define Asia, but when it comes to like Northern Eastern Asia, and so among the countries like China, Japan, and Korea, I think Korea is very distinctive in the way that Korean people are very justice oriented. For instance, there are many conflicts in our country, but most people like when there are like challenges, people will go and think about like what's the most justice answer for the problem. So, for instance, many celebrities in Korea, like singers, like K-pop idols, or like actors, when there are like issues, people will not gonna give like easy way of serving it. Instead, like they will gonna judge people by the definition of what the most justice.
Is it very stressful for youngsters living in Korea?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's pretty much common everywhere, entire world, not just Korea, because like youngers always need to fight for the new challenges, and there will be always the people who already have made accomplishments. So there are always conflicts between the youngers and the elders. Considering how things are difficult entire world, still Korea can be really more stressful because Korea is very two bipolar country, like it's very sided country. So like there is no like really middle gray ground between. So it's either A or B. There's no other place for the C. So
Have you ever thought of moving out of Korea?
yeah, I'm still considering about it. Why? Because well, for my personal challenges, like as doctor or as a always United States has the best academic accomplishments, and their researches are always like far ahead of like rest of the world.
How's life being a medical student?
It's fun because I choose my major, and considering how difficult it is to enter a medical school, I feel I'm proud. Not fun part, you have to study, like every day of study continuously. Maybe you get the like 3-4 hours every day during the semester, and even if you work that hard, you might not be like the top student.
How's the experience of studying as a medical student?
Experience is mostly about academic things. So, but we learn about cooperation because the people around, like in the class, like classmates, they are not just like people who studies at the school together. They will be your future colleagues at the hospital. So instead of like seeing friends as just classmates, we learn how to work as a group and how to trust each other and how we make a good reputation about ourselves, because this relationship will not end, goes until at least 10 years.
Can you give one word to describe Japanese, Korean, and Chinese?
Chinese, stubborn. Korean, impatient. Japanese, colorless.
Why?
It comes from like history, where they used to live in islands. People learn about harmony and not having much conflict. So instead of like thinking about themselves and like what they like and what they want, they learn about how to be part of the global society, and it makes them very average to others. For Korean, I think I choose the word impatient because people are always in a hurry, in a rush, have very tight limit timeline for their future. They have certain time they have decided to accomplish certain things. For China, I choose the word stubborn because Chinese people, I think, distinctive characteristic, different from countries like Korea or Japan, where Koreans and Japanese, even if they think in a different way, they have a fear to show it. It might cause a conflict. But for Chinese people, I find it's their charm to have their strong opinion, and it gives them certain reward when you can fight for it or when you can have strong opinion.
Do you think Western country is more superior than Korea?
More superior. There are times when I thought so, but I don't really think they are superior. I think in certain ways they are like little inferior. In certain ways, because we've seen how COVID-19 worked in certain countries where I thought like their civilization culture was really developed, but we've seen how people are resisting to the government's policy and not taking like vaccination and harming the people around.
What do you want to tell to everyone about Korea?
I think Korea is very fascinating and very interesting place to live or travel because Korea is different in many ways. Korea has a language that only Korea uses, and you will feel like Korean people are using some weird language that you've never heard of, which might give you exotic experience. If you know a little bit about Korea history, you will see how Korea is divided into two Koreas, which is another reason why Korea is so special, because there's no other country who was not unified until 2024. So they're like DMZ, just like 100 kilos away from Seoul. Also, we are facing a huge military that can bomb our capital city with like 10 million population, nuclear weapon included. So if you like something challenging, something very masculine, Korea is a cool place to see how brave you are. Third, Korea has cool drinking culture. So if you like drinking, if you felt that many places are closing so early, Korea is a good place because you can party like throughout the night, and still even after midnight you will get the public transportation at 4 and 5, which gives you a plus budget for additional drinks. Instead of using it as a taxi, buy more drinks. Korea is still developing and still progressing. So every time when you visit Seoul, you will see different aspects of Seoul's development. So one day you will see Old Town but within like 5 years, those old towns will be renovated with a huge fancy apartments. So like, if you visit frequently, you will see how Korea is changing every time, and I don't think you can see the kind of changes in other countries.